to the Florida Keys Dolphin Championship. I want to thank you all for coming back, and all the new members. We're going to have a great tournament. Really looking forward to it. Now, this is a quick overview of the rules. If you have a specific question about a rule or a clarification, please see your on-site tournament director. This is a quick overview. We're going to burn through these rules quick so it doesn't draw out too long. First off, this is an open event. Professional guides, commercial fishermen are all welcome to fish. There's also no limit of anglers per boat. Now, as we move on, one of the most important things you can know is on May 16th, the weigh-in time, the first fishing day, is from 4:30 to 6 p.m. Now, if you arrive at 6:01, we will not weigh your fish. Your fish will be disqualified for the day. The second day, the weigh-in time changes. On May 17th, it's from 3:30 to 5 p.m., so don't be late. Now, if you arrive there at 3 minutes to 5, get your fish, get in line. There may be 4 or 5 people in front of you, but once you're in line with your fish, we will stop the line at 5 o'clock on the dot, and no one else will be allowed to get in line. People that are already in line will have their fish weighed. So don't be late. We've disqualified fish before. There are no ways around this. If your boat breaks down, if something goes wrong, if you run into traffic, if you're driving it in, it doesn't matter. There are no exceptions. If you're worried about your time, if you have a big fish, leave early. Make sure you get to the scale on time. It's very important. Now, the important part, the prize money. First place, $15,000. Second place, $5,000. Third place, $4,000. Fourth place, $2,500. And fifth place, $1,500. So there's a lot of money at stake, so don't make a simple mistake in the rules to get disqualified. Now, we'll move on through the rules. Other than the simple prize money guaranteed from the tournament, there's also optional entries. There are 3. The first one is a per district optional entry. It's $150 winner take all, largest dolphin. Then there are 2 more optional entries. The first one is the overall tournament, largest dolphin daily. That's a $250 entry. The third one is for an overall tournament also. It's a combination of largest bull and cow per day. That entry is $600. These will pay out 50, 30, 20 on your dailies. Okay, now let's move on to some more important rules. Only 6 lines in the water at any time. That does not include teasers. There is no lines out, but just make sure you can fish till as late as you want, but make sure you make the weigh in time. The lines in the water is 8 a.m. Now, next, let's move on to some of the more specific ones. Eligible waters. Since we've moved up to Black Point Grill and opened up Miami, they now can fish from Fowey Light south. Very important that it's Fowey Rocks Light, 2435 and at 8005. If you have any questions about this, check the rules. And you also may not fish within 12 miles of the Bahamas or Cuba, so be advised. Now, a lot of these rules are very straightforward. It's based on the basis of IGFA rules. There are some exceptions in the rules as stated. Okay? Junior anglers are 15 years and under. There's a prize in each district for a junior angler and top female. So make sure you weigh your fish. Mutilated fish are not eligible. If you run the fish over with the boat, it's not going to be eligible to be weighed. Let's go on to the rest. Now, scoring. It's all done by weight. Now, if we happen to get 2 fish to weigh exactly the same amount, it'll be done on time. So if you have a 49-pound dolphin and someone else has a 49-pound dolphin, whichever fish was weighed first will win. So the tiebreaker is on time. Now, something that's really important. One team can only hold 1 place in the top 1 through 5 overall prize money. Meaning, if you get a 50-pound dolphin and a 49-pound dolphin, you may not win first and second in the overall. Now, if you're in the optional entries, you can take a bunch of different ones with 1 fish. Say it's a junior female angler who gets the largest fish, who happens to get a combination bull and cow. You can take largest fish in the tournament, first place. You can then take the bull and cow combination. You can then take the junior and the female. So the only thing you can't do is take first, second, third, or fourth, fifth. You can only take 1 place in the overall tournament. It's very clear that you understand that. It's very important. Now, weigh-in cutoff, as we've already discussed, very simple. Freshness. Now, each of these fish will be examined. There's several things we look for. A clear eye. Okay, if the eye is milky, you have a problem. That fish is old. We're going to examine these fish. All our tournament directors are experienced fishermen that have handled thousands of dolphin. So, all these fish are eligible for gut check. We will be cutting open anything we find suspicious. Now, the rules committee decision is final. If we find a fish that we feel is not fresh and not well taken care of, and maybe somehow askew, it will be disqualified. The rules committee's decision is final. Okay, we're going to gut check. We're into that. Decision of the rules committee. Now, polygraph. All winning teams are subject to a polygraph. There is no drinking on the second day. We're eligible to pick anyone over the age of 18 on the boat for a polygraph. And we will be administering polygraphs. So understand, if you're seen at the bar drinking and you've won first place, you're going to be disqualified because you can't drink alcohol on the last day. We do polygraphs on the last day. So don't be drinking, don't be using drugs. Very simply, you have to be of clear mind and state body. Very important also, okay? A refusal to take a polygraph is basically a disqualification of the fish. We're very serious about this and we want to keep the integrity of the tournament solid. So it's important. What else? I think we're almost done. I'm trying to burn through this. I want you guys to know this is not a total list of the rules. This is just a very simple one. Now, something I need to do real quickly is I need to thank the people that make this happen. Without our title sponsor, Sea Hunter, this event would never happen. Also, our presenting sponsor, Lower Keys Tackle. First off, we want to thank them, and there's many others that make this work. And I'm going to read through them quickly just to say thank you. Yamaha Motors, Shimano Rods and Reels, Arctic Ice, Red Stripe, Home Depot, Snickwa, Lifetime Boat Lifts, Suffix, C&H Lures, Rapala, VMC Hooks, Matafella, Williamson, Tito's Handmade Vodka, West Marine, and Castaway Customs are just a few of the major sponsors that make this happen. So if you want to see this continue to happen, please take care of our sponsors. Guys, have a great tournament. Please direct your tournament questions, rules questions to the tournament director on site, and he'll clarify any problems. One last one that tends to get everybody a little confused. The one about fishing braid. And I want to make this perfectly clear. You can have a top shot of monofilament on top of braid, but it must be at least 200 yards. So if you have a backing of braid, that's fine. But the top shot must be mono, under 80-pound test, at least 200 yards. Guys, go out there, have a great tournament. Thank you all for coming.